That bumper right there does it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Ayo. Kel.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the real peace.
I see Jamie has really inspired a lot today.
Hallelujah.
So our real peace today, think like a woman that you are, not a man. Anyway, so this is coming from my blog. Thank you very much, Titi Layomakolo, the blogspot.com.
Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Okay, so till date, I have completely refused to watch the movie Think Like a Man simply because I disapprove of the title. Call me an unnecessarily controversial being, but I see no reason why a lady should think like a man.
Oh.
Why is she a lady then? Imagine how vague the world would have been had everyone's thought pattern be in unison. Both genders, male and females, are beautifully made but not complete without the other, at least to the best of my knowledge. When I say not complete without the other, I'm not talking about relationships. I'm talking about general human affairs. Both genders need each other to reach maximum potentials. Why is diversity in culture, people, and activities beautiful? Because it broadens horizons. That is the reason people that think it pointless to travel in order to experience cultural diversities or at least read all sorts to gain knowledge about the rest of the world end up with the most shallow mentalities. If the female gender came about to complete the man, then why the heck should a woman think like a man? Maybe this came about because most women, rather than assume positions as women of valor or grace or support that they are, would rather limit themselves into becoming some clueless blonde, thinking it cute. Cluelessness and stupidity isn't cute. It is simply what it is, sheer stupidity.
Okay.
A woman ought to think like a woman, someone who can help where the man cannot, help out with what the man cannot do alone. You know, a strong force, a master planner. I don't need to go on and on. Hence my anger with the saying, think like a man, act like a lady. But let me know what the ladies think.
Yeah, let me tell you what I think. I'm thinking like a man right now. But I think it's important that you do, well, I won't say think like a man all the time, but you should know how a man thinks. I think that's where that came from. Know how a man thinks. But it's not to say you should be over there forming, you know, I'm on that, I'm going to be going back and forth with you because I know how you are. You know what I mean? So I think it's important that you understand how a man thinks so that you can understand how to relate with him. Otherwise, you're on your own.
And I think it's, when they say think like a man, because, you know, women are tend to be emotional beings, while men sometimes can be more objective than women. So I think sometimes when they say think like a man, is sometimes in some situations you need to set your emotions aside and think objectively. Think logically, like, okay.
But not all men are objective. If you say it that way, that means the women's thought too don't count. There are times that women actually bring the balance. When you say, oh, think like a man, there are some times that men are so objective that they make mistakes.
That's what I said. That's the key word there being sometimes. I'm not saying all men are, you know, objective, but most men are known for being objective, and most women are known for being emotional.
Yep. Another thing I have to say, first of all, is that you're missing a treat. You haven't seen that movie. Think like a man. No,
it's actually pretty
good. And it's funny.
Funny. Then, you know, going by what, I definitely see your point in terms of the fact that, yes, we are unique. I never want to be a man. No matter how much they say that, yes, men, you know, it's a man's world, I love being female, and I, you know, absolutely think it's the best thing in this world. However, in order to understand the other party, you need to once in a while understand the way they think. So you might not think like them all the time, like Gloria said.
But you know, it's funny you guys actually brought this point, because this is not the way most people understand it. When most people say think like a man, they actually mean think like a man. They don't mean, oh, think to understand so that you can relate with them. That's not what they're saying. Most people now to them, how do you do this thing? I thought like a man. I thought like you have to reason like a man. No.
Well, on the flip side, though, maybe I'm trying to see where this is coming from. On the flip side, should a man be advised to think like a lady in order to understand us? Because that's not something you'd ever hear anyone say to a man.
No, you need to. I agree that yes, a man should. A man should.
I think the wrong word is think. That whole thing, because it's like thought process. I think it should be try to understand.
Like a man.
No, understand men or understand women. But when you say think like, it means that, oh, you're generally putting yourself in a man's shoes and saying, okay, so if a man wants to cross this bridge now, how would he cross the bridge?
And then if you're thinking like a man, you might get paranoid thinking, if I'm thinking like a man, that means you're probably going to sleep with that girl and then cross over and sleep with that girl because I'm thinking like a man.
And that's why you want to cross the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I still think, though, that you need to think like a man, like you mentioned, because in some situations, you need to be able to put yourself in the shoes of a man and think, okay, if I were a guy, how would I think?
But
like
why
this?
do you want to put yourself in the shoes of a man?
Because
When is a male-female world?
Because it will help you to understand them better. When it has to do with male-female relationships, you need to sometimes, so for instance, if you're throwing a tantrum, you need to understand, okay, if I were a guy, how would I look at myself? Do you understand? Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that you're going to, it's just that you need to, it would help you sometimes. It's because we think differently. Yeah. If you always think the way you think, you would never be able to relate properly with a guy because it would always be from your point of view.
There's this funny picture, this funny joke of how the woman is there lying in bed and she's wondering, oh, what have I done today? Why is he treating me this way? Why is he not talking to me? He came back to work, he's not doing this. And then the man is just there thinking, oh, I have to fix my motorbike.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because like sometimes we can just get ahead of ourselves with our thoughts. So sometimes when men do certain things, they just do it, you know, for a totally different reason than we women. We women can take 100 reasons why a man did something, but the man is just there thinking in one straight lane.
Yeah, that means the man, there should be a movie called maybe Think Like a Woman. Maybe then.
That would be fair, actually.
Yes, I agree.
That would be fair
telling
balance.
women to think like men. Nah, because some women actually, when they try to think like men, they are totally irritating.
No, like the word you use.
You just can't. You can't.
And then
think
you
like
might
a
find
man.
yourself overthinking.
Yeah.
You might now start assuming things because sometimes it might just be what it is. Perhaps, you know, he's just being a jerk or whatever.
Yeah, basically just understand your man.
Yeah,
because also
understand.
men are different. It's the same as you can't say all women are the same. Men are different. So understand who you're with.
I
Don't
think,
try to
you're very
think
right.
like him too much.
So Steve Harvey should definitely do another one, even if it's just for the pleasure of going to see another movie by him. But I do think, yes, men need to also understand the way women think
Very
to be able
important.
to understand us as well.
Very important.
So
It's
yes,
for
think
everyone's
like a
good
woman.
at the end of the day.
That's my
I
new
always
motto.
say.
Think like a woman, act like a man.
You ladies are very intelligent.
Oh.
This is the blog, the best show in the world.
Oh.
Why do you look like you're looking up to the head?
Are you saying it's better than
telling
Red
you
Eye?
something?
Yeah.
Red Eye is a different kind of, is the best when it comes to odd stories. But this blog just deals with real life issues,
What a
you know, it
politician.
just dissects it
What a
in ways that
politician.
nobody, no motivational speaker can.
I know what
Wow.
she's doing. And you are judged, Titi Liar.
But
Wow.
let us know what you think. Do you think a woman should think like men, or do you know what? In fact, let me not even ask you what you think. I love what they said. The reason they say women should think like men is so that they understand men, and so men also should think like women sometimes to understand women. But anyway, put your thoughts on our Facebook, the Cool TV, the blog. Proceed.
Twitter at Cool TV the blog, Facebook, facebook.com/Cool TV the blog, and our email address in case you want to send us pictures, videos, or stories that we can feature on the show. Send us an email, blog@cooltv.com. And then everything you said and every comment you drop, use our hashtag.
Love to blog. I think Titi should allow the winners.
It's the last one.
To
I was
sing
supposed
the
to do it
final
together.
one. Yeah, why didn't you allow the winners to sing the
Yeah.
final song?
Okay, final words.
Hats off to the original winners of this round. And if you agree with us, which we know you do, please send us a tweet, send us a Facebook message, email us. Let Titi and I be encouraged by this so we can bring more to you. Ayo and Kel, if you agree, if you think they won, you're really tone deaf.
Yeah.
I think it's really important for human beings to have good taste in men, you know, e.g. Franklin and Emanira and so on, and also have good taste in music. So if you have good taste in music, you definitely know who won today's match. Kel and Ayo. Kelayo.
This is like elections all over again.
I just want
Titi, don't spoil it.
to say I love you.
Yes, they won.
And I mean it
Yes,
from
keep going.
the bottom of
My
heart. Hallelujah. Yeah.
So what, you're gonna steal our line? Well, look, I don't need to talk too much. All I'm gonna say is Ayo and I won.
Yes, we did.
According
Because
to
I'm
you.
Kel.
Yes.
Yay!
Wow, all right.
We won.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
Hey, we won.
We'll be here same time tomorrow.
Farewell.
3 to 4 p.m.
It's okay, you lost.
I
am still singing.
Hallelujah!
We won.
Hallelujah!
boom, 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 boom.